Is the bloodbath over for APLD, and is this a ticker which is going to rebound all the way upwards of the $25 to $30 levels in the upcoming week? Or is the bloodbath just getting started and this is simply just a bull trap? What's up, trading friends? Today, we're discussing APLD under three different lenses: the why, the what, the where. The why, we're going to be doing a cast breakdown. The what, we're doing some stock lens, the where. But tell guys where to get in and where to get out. So without further ado, hit the thumbs up button and now let's get to work. Now, today's video is also going to be featuring none other than my homeboy, Jeff Bezos. That's right, my homeboy. All right. So without further ado, stay tuned, guys, because this is not only going to be an informative video, it is also going to be an educational one. So what the hell's going on, right? As always, we want to talk about the why first. We want to talk about the why first because in order to predict the future, we first need to understand the past, right? So in the case of APLD, guys, this is a ticker which has been getting crushed. It is down over 50% from its peaks of $40 per share. But what the hell is really going on, right? What's actually happening over here? Well, the reality is that majority of the red that we're seeing over here is just based off the broader markets, right? The markets are crunching down on growth stocks. That's exactly what we're getting from APLD. APLD's previous quarter earnings were bangers, causing the stock to squeeze all the way from the $20 levels to freaking $40 a share. But guess what? When the markets capitulate, when the markets are in a zone of just selling, and people are just looking for reasons to get rid of their shares for any reason, guess what they do? They sell the greens, they buy the reds. They sell the greens, they buy the reds. And that's exactly what we're seeing over here in the markets, right? Any stock that has been up massively, what happens to them? Sell, because people are just selling the greens and buying the reds. However, there are two reasons why stock falls, right? And I always refer to this in every single video, right? Especially these days, especially with the market conditions that we are in, there's two reasons why stock falls, right? There is the markets, right? The markets are down and the stock is red, versus the company is doing bad and the stock is red. These two are completely different reasons, right? They're night and day. And this is why I always tell you guys, I say study a catalyst, right? Study the catalyst that is moving the stock, whether to the upside or to the downside. Because in both ends, you want to know the longevity of this catalyst. And is this a catalyst that is actually sustainable, or will it reverse sooner than later, right? Will the stock reverse sooner than later because the catalyst is actually not that strong? So when it comes to the ticker, right, you got to understand that, at the end of the day, guys, right, like I said, the stock versus the company, right? So, or not the stock versus the company, the company versus the markets, right? So companies go out of business. Company related catalysts can be, bad earnings, freaking dilution, whatever it may be, right? Companies go out of business, companies go to zero. On the other hand, the markets have historically every single time, every single bear market has been followed by a bull market. So any ticker that you're holding right now, if you look at their balance sheet and go, hey, is this a company that can last this season of winter and make it through spring and summer? Because if spring comes and the stock can recover, then summer will come where the stock will double from its previous levels. So you need to understand that every single bear market has not just recovered, it has been followed by a bull market. Every single one. So this too shall pass, right? Whether you're gonna pussy out and say, "Oh my God, it's too much for me. It's too much red. Oh no, there's nothing left. There's nothing left, right? Right." That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. More for us, right? More dips for us to buy, right? That's nothing for me to go out and look at and say, "Oh no, please stay in the markets." Like I don't, it doesn't make me any richer trying to convince you to take advantage of this opportunity or not in the broader markets, right? But let me play a clip for you guys from Jeff Bezos, which I think is so freaking interesting, and then we're gonna come back over here and talk about APLD and explain whether or not, this is actually something that applies to APLD or not. So let's take a listen.
Your stock at one point, I think, went to $100, but then it went down to $6 or something like that.
At the peak of the internet bubble, our stock peaked somewhere around $113.
Okay.
And then after the internet bubble, busted open, our stock went down to $6. It went from 113 to 6 in less than a year. So my annual shareholder that year starts with a one-word sentence, and that one-word sentence is the word ouch.
So most of those internet companies of the dot-com era are out of business.
Yeah.
You survived. What was it that made you to survive, and virtually the rest of them are gone?
That whole period is very interesting because the stock is not the company, and the company is not the stock. And so as I watched the stock fall from 113 to 6, I was also watching all of our internal business metrics: number of customers, profit per unit, everything you can imagine, defects, etc. Every single thing about the business was getting better and fast. And so as the stock price was going the wrong way, everything inside the company was going the right way. And I so we didn't need to go back to the capital markets. We didn't need more money. The only reason, a financial bust like the internet bubble bursting is, makes it really hard to raise money. But, we already had the money we needed. So we just needed to continue to progress.
So let's take a look at APLD and compare it to what Bezos says. So first things first, numbers have been going up, right? Things have been going very well. I mean, if you look at the previous quarter the company announced, there's a reason why the stock ran from freaking $13 a share to 40. Okay, there's a reason. It wasn't just because people fell in love with the 4 letters APLD. All right, it was because the company had great earnings. Now, our buddy Jeff did mention a great point: the capital markets and having enough cash to sustain themselves. When we go to APLD, and this is one of the red flags about APLD, is going to be their, semi in need of cash. So the numbers I'm sharing with you guys are based off of their most recent SC filings. The company right now has $242 million, and they're burning $82 million every quarter, leaving them with just about 9 months of cash. Just about 9 months of cash to fund. So they're not financially stable. They're not that financially stable when it comes to having their bases covered. So what is this company going to do? Dilution, right? They're going to come out with an offering, right? Which is not something which we want to see, especially in a bear market, right? Now, we did hear about the Fed this week, and they're being a little bit more dovish, so it looks like we're going to get a rate cut. So I do believe that this is a ticker which will be heading back upwards of this $25 level sooner than later, which again is a 20% move, 20 to 25% move from where the stock is sitting at right now. So I'm still bullish on APLD, and I told you guys this before. I'm gonna say it again, man. This is one of those tickers where you can't go ahead and just say, oh yeah, it's gone now, it's over now, everything's over. And you have so many doomsday people that, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, right? Their lack of confidence and conviction just disgusts me. It honestly just disgusts me, because it's like, if you had such low conviction where seeing a little bit of red that is literally red because everything in the markets is red is causing you to press the sell button, you don't even have a backbone to be in these markets. You're not built for this shit. Just pack it up and go away. I mean, it just makes no sense, right? Again, it's one of those things that, over time, and I think it's because I've seen multiple down cycles in the markets, and I've lived through to seeing and regretting and going back and saying, oh man, I know I should have bought those dips. I know I should have done it. But it's so hard that when you're in the moment to go ahead and actually know which companies to also buy and stuff like that, right? So for me, I think that, you're safe if you're in APLD. APLD will be going back upwards of the $40 levels in the future. So for me, I don't think it's worth cutting losses now. The reality is, can we see, $13 to $15 in the short term? Absolutely we can, right? If the markets come out, if we don't get a rate cut this December, and we end up being in a situation where the data that's coming out is just getting worse and worse and worse, and the markets keep dipping to 600 to 630ish, you're gonna see APLD at $14. But guess what? That still doesn't take away from the fact that you will see it back at 40 down the line. That's it. All right, mark this video. That's it. Okay. So with that said, my friends, if you found value into this video, hit the thumbs up button. And also, if you guys want to trade alongside me every single day, the best strategy right now is to day trade and swing trade short term, and then use those funds of quick trades to go ahead and buy more long-term stocks like APLD, right? More long-term swings, which are maybe a month, maybe 2 months or so, like APLD, like SOU, and all these other quality stocks, right? Like Palantir, all these other quality stocks. But in the short term, you really want to take advantage of the volatility that's going on in the market, whether it's the inverse funds, whatever it is, right? Now, if you guys are interested in trading alongside me, which I trade almost every single day, check out our private community, guys. Our private community right now is on a 50% sale for the next 10 members that join, part of our extended Black Friday sale. Now, if you're skeptical, that's good. You should be skeptical. Keep watching. Let me show you a couple of things. So first things first, this is what our community looks like. We give you access to day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts, dividend stocks, crypto alerts. Everything's very organized now. Previously, we used to offer a 7-day free trial. Okay. Hi, Sam. Thank you for our work in the community. 7-day free trial finished. It was great. I think you can afford a membership. So 7K in 7 days, right? Now we no longer do a 7-day free trial. Now we do a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee on top of it. So if you're skeptical, again, it's good to be skeptical. There's a lot of sketchy shit going on in this industry. Be skeptical. but there's no more reason to be skeptical. 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. Next 10 members, 50% discount. Jamie literally today, it says yesterday, but I'm filming kind of late. I'm also in London. He says, I joined after getting burned in Moon Market Discord from Pump and Dubs about 5 months ago. Easily best decision I ever made. Keep working hard. $24,000. Solid move following Bigger B's trades, 18%. So this $25,000 is a year today, 70% year today. Bigger B's fire call, bro, but seen the folks in Discord, 2.1K. We've been crushing it day in, day out. Yesterday, we made a killing on SGBX. 3K over here for Midget Missile. Hilarious fucking name. Lily didn't kill yourself. Says, when is this? This is Thursday. She says, this community changed my life. The few thousand I've made here this month did not. But getting out of my losing streak and what felt like a damn gambling habit did. Like Sam says, trade the best and leave the rest. And that's exactly what this community has been. Only quality trades thanks to projectors and these are the other mentors alongside myself. We've been crushing it, man. You know, I'm not going to read every single one of them, but you guys can pause it and read these. But give it a shot, all right? Give it a shot. I'm telling you, the free trial is worth it. That is a guarantee that the free trial will be worth it. And that's why we offer it. We know what we're doing, man. We know that we're selling crack. We know you're going to join, you're going to make some money, and you're not going to want to leave. That's all. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Happy business to trading. Your boy Sam from Prop Academy.